Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome. This is Turn Your Show into Cash. I love the sound of it. It's all about planning, producing, and monetizing your TV show. And we have an amazing, amazing cast of experts for this season. You will get to meet each one of them one by one. And you're going to be so impressed. You're going to follow everything they do every week. You are going to be glued to your computer for the next 12 weeks. At least I hope you will, anyways. But this is going to be, like I said, an amazing season. What we're going to be doing is week by week, we are going to go through the process of planning, producing, and monetizing a web TV show from scratch. You're going to be able to watch our cast members, each one working on their individual TV shows. Each one is going to have a plan for what they're going to be doing, what they're going to be promoting on their show, and how they're going to be promoting their show. We are going to be going live literally this entire time. So what we're doing is actually producing a reality TV show on how to have your own web TV show. So if you are now on live, yeah, you're doing one of two things. You are part of our family. You either have Turn Your Show into Cash online program. You have lifetime access to it. Happy you have it. And please do follow along with us each week. Each Thursday, you'll be getting your homework as the cast members will. So you follow along, do your homework, and each Tuesday at this particular time, if you're in the Western Hemisphere, if you're on Eastern, like two of our cast members, they happen to be in Australia. There will be it's Wednesday morning for them. So I tell you, it's what, 7 o'clock in the morning, I believe. Talk about being committed to making things happen. So I'm thrilled to have you, all of you, on with us. And if you are not part of the GVN TV Turn Your Show into Cash community, if you are a guest of ours and are watching this live broadcast, you are in for a treat. You will be able to watch 90 minutes of great somebody is making a lot of noise. So let's see. Can everybody mute, please? Then we will be unmuting one at a time, then introducing because we're getting some noise in the background. Let's see. So getting back to you guys. Okay. So like I said, each cast member is going to be introducing themselves, and you're going to be able to follow through. Now, this is the beautiful thing about this. Even if you don't have the tools that the cast members are getting each Thursday, as well as our members, and working right along with us, you will still get a lot of value from these live broadcasts, the live Tuesday broadcasts, because each week we're going to be sharing what's going on, what they're working on. At the beginning of the hour at 3 o'clock Pacific time, and please adjust your time on the website right there where the time zone, there's a link that goes to the time zones. Please find the right time zone for where you are. I know we have a global audience. It's very difficult for us to, get to everybody. So just click on the time zone and you get there. So follow along with us and take lots of notes, and feel free to take some of the ideas that we're sharing here, because you're going to be watching first me go over the overview of that particular session, that particular module. And then you're going to be watching each one of the cast members share what they're doing with their show for that particular module. And I will be doing some laser coaching, as well as the other cast members will be sharing some of their feedback. We'll be giving feedback. So it turns into a mastermind. And let me tell you, some amazing, amazing, amazing ideas come across here. Very content rich, and things that could shift your business overnight. So this is Turn Your Show into Cash. This is season 4. Welcome aboard, everybody. Today is orientation day. You are going to get to meet each one of the cast members and find out more about them. And then we'll be asking some questions, and we're doing some sound checks, and this is very normal. You may notice that I have a different background today. It's the tatami screen that I keep telling you about. It makes a really good backdrop. before you have the studio set up. If you're used to seeing me with the XSplit broadcast with all the fancy screens, well, this is where we're starting today. So it actually is a really good place to start. So again, today is orientation day. So for the next 12 weeks, week one, which is coming up next week, you're going to be able to choose your positioning. You're going to be able to start right where you are. It doesn't make a difference where you are, whether you have an hour, whether you have advanced expertise, or you're just starting out, you're going to be able to get going. You're going to be able to decide whether you want to start as a reporter or a commentator or a guest expert or a show host or all of the above, because you're going to know what it takes and you're going to make a wise choice. So right after that, we're going to go into your mindset, because it doesn't make a difference what you choose. If your mind is not cooperating, if your subconscious is sabotaging you, you're not going to do it. So we go right into getting your mindset to cooperate with the vision that you have of yourself. Again, whether it's a guest expert reporter, commentator, or show host, we're going to break through some barriers. And once you do that, module 3, we're going to be developing your blueprint for your show. You're going to know exactly what's going to be in your show. You're going to be identifying the products and services you want to be promoting within your show. You're going to know your most profitable audience. You're going to be making all these decisions in module 3. It's loaded to the gills with a lot of great content. So then right after that, we're going to module 4, identifying your message, your core message. There's a compiler tool that's going to gather all the information and put it right in the right category. So after that, whenever you want to create a message, you go right into the compiler tool, pull out the information that you need. Voila, it's going to make it really simple. Then module 5 is all about speaking in sound bites. You have many different scripts to work with. Those of you who don't have the program, you're going to have a lot of examples that you can actually use. So don't worry about it. If you don't have the program, you're still going to get a lot of great content. So module 6, it's all about making the camera love you, how to look and sound great, what to wear, what not to wear, and how to sit and what to do, and how to just be yourself. Because the best way to make the camera love you is the same way you do when you're around people. Let them know who you are. Once they know who you are, they're going to love you. Okay, so we're going to show you how to do that with the camera. And then module 7, it's all about technology. You're going to learn how to set up your home studio and use the XSplit broadcaster. The little magic button that it has that turns everything into an amazing professional broadcasting experience. Huge. So right after that, we're going to go into how you're going to monetize, what you're going to do. You're going to know your numbers. If you're going to be having a membership site, or you're going to be promoting a program, we're going to use a business growth calculator to turn your show into cash. And then, of course, after that, it's all about planning your marketing blueprint and putting together your co-op collaborative. We're going to be doing multi-channel publicity. So there's a whole lot of good things. And hold on to your seat. It's going to be an awesome ride for the next 12 weeks. And so let's see. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful group of people we have. Let's see. Who, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I want all of you to introduce yourselves at the same time. So let's see now. So what we're going to do now is you're going to get an opportunity to listen to each one of our experts, our show hosts, our cast members. They're going to be talking about who they are. They will introduce themselves. And then, of course, you're going to be able to follow them as we go. So let's see. Marie, let's start with you. Pretty in pink.
Hi, Anne. Wonderful to be with you and the other cast members and all the viewers. My name is Marie Diamond. I'm a global transformational teacher and speaker. And some of you know me from the movie The Secret. And I've been really excited already for a long time to do this work with Anne. And I had a few years ago an online TV show, and then I've just been traveling like crazy. And now I take time again to really focus on having this happening, to reach out to my many students worldwide. So it's very exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, same here. So, Marie, let's talk about your show a little bit. And I know you already decided you want to call it the Marie Diamond Show, and I think it's absolutely brilliant because your name is known worldwide. So, just tell us your vision for your show. What is it that you want to accomplish? What do you want your show to do?
Well, you know, I have many students worldwide, and so I want them to reach and out and connect with them. But also, you know, I have you know, many students in different languages. So my whole focus is to have an English TV show and then to sub it into subtitle it in other languages. So for the Russian market and the Spanish market and also in the future, I hope for the Asian market, so that I would really be able to connect with them and, you know, teach them some of my energy systems and give them updates. And, you know, I also love to do little makeovers. You know, when people come with a question, I tune into what is going on in their lives. I see the energy and I give them like the next steps, what they can do. And so I would like to bring in some of the people that are students and they can come in and share what is their problem. So there would be, you know, helping others by being there, and then also interviewing perhaps some of my colleagues that I've been working with and having a transformational conversation with them. That's kind of the three things so far I came up with.
Well, I love it, and I'm sure we're going to come up with some more ideas as we go into planning module 3. And I love that you're already bringing in the reality TV component to it, working with people, because experiential is huge. You know, we love to watch people. So I'm excited. And Marie, I believe it's midnight there, right? You are in the south of France at this time?
Yes, that's where I live. So I'm in the south of France. It's 15 minutes after midnight, but no problem.
That's what I call commitment. I am thrilled you were able to join us, and I'm very excited about what's going to happen and the impact your show will have globally. So thank you. Thank you for joining us. Happy to have you with us. Okay, so let's see. Who should we go to next? Oh, we go to the young man right next to you, Marie. Okay, Jules, you are on.
Excellent. So from Australia, Sydney, Australia, good morning, everybody. Or to you, Marie, good evening. Bonsoir.
Thank you.
Bonsoir. I set up a project called Shine, and our vision is creating a brighter and better world. And how we do that is we hold events that really showcase entrepreneurs, conscious entrepreneurs, change makers, mavericks, people who have a brighter vision for the world. And so we showcase their work, and with a view to inspiring others to follow through on their purposeful dreams and visions for creating a better world. We've been doing this since about 2012, and mainly with live events, anywhere from say 50 to 300 people. And our aim is to create a global community of change makers. So we really need to be going more online. We've had our first global summit a month or so ago, and we sort of see that the online TV show really gives us another platform to connect with people, both, and to offer this platform to change makers so they can, have a broader audience and a broader reach.
Well, so Julian, I know that you have some of the most amazing people, and I was honored to be one of the experts that you had on your summit just only a month or so ago. And really, I was like you have a global community there. So from what I've been hearing you say, and I'm excited about it. So your TV show basically is going to bring in the same experts, the global difference makers, if you will. That's what I call them in my community here, to actually impact different aspects of people's lives, whether it's business or personal life. Because I know those are the experts that you're with. You're impacting every aspect of our lives. So,
yeah.
And as I get it, your TV show, you have the same vision as the summit, yes?
Yeah, very much. It's really about it's about inspiring people. B, it's about connecting people back to their own vision and what's possible for them, and then connecting, the speakers and presenters to a broader audience. And then ultimately, it's about action. I really want people to go into action, that they follow through on their vision.
Okay, we seem to have feedback. So, okay. Well, I'm very, very excited because one of the most powerful ways you can stay in touch with people and and inspire them to stay in action after you're moving into action is to be in touch with them on a regular basis. And seeing and being with you is going to make a huge impact, and we're going to make sure that we have everything is planned to do just that. So let's see now. Where should we go? We're just going to keep going to the next. Charlie, you are up next.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we hear you just fine. There you
Oh,
are.
great. Yes. Yes, my name is Charlie Wins. I'm in Southern California. I just got back from Europe like last week, so I've been out there 2.5 weeks. Yeah, I know it's like 12 a.m. over there right now. So, from an Asian background, immigrant to United States, I'm always in the pursuit of the American dream. And I realized that the American dream, sometimes, we have hit bump here and there, and it becomes financial or American nightmare. So when I had my financial nightmare 8 years ago, I prayed to God. I go, hey, God, if you get me out of this mess, I will follow the purpose, the purpose you set for me. So I actually got my house back, actually cheaper, because at that time I lost my business, I lost my house, and almost lost my family. So that's why I said that prayer. So I got my house back. I turned my business, my life around. So ever since then, I design what you call it resources to help people rebuild their American dream. Because I found out that we on our road to success, we choose either making a living or following a dream. And my question, well, why can't you have both? And in order to have both, we need to manage our resources. So I'm kind of excited to create the show, the Smarter Money Show, and is to help entrepreneur or solopreneur actually to help make, keep, and grow the money.
Well, thank you, Charlie Wind. I know you for quite some time already, and you're up to some great things. And you're always downplaying what you're doing. Charlie's been a financial planner for many years before he even before the economy shifted, and he had some challenges with his own finances. And one of the things that he's doing right now is actually helping students go through college debt free as a part of his passion to give back. And they doing some amazing things. But his show is going to be focused on what solopreneurs do. There is this crack between business owners, small business owners, and mid-sized business owners and entrepreneurs, but there's a lot of solopreneurs, the speakers, authors, coaches, and consultants who are working on their own, where they're having a lot of challenges mixing business and personal finance. And I'm guilty of doing that too because it's just so easy to maneuver. So there is a huge need for that. And when Charles was telling me that he's actually doing coaching with that, I'm like, that's the show. So I'm very excited about that because there are millions and millions of solopreneurs, especially now with what's happening with WebTV and everybody being able to, have their own business basically online, open up their own stores, with Shopify and plugins like that and websites like that. So pretty much everybody can be a solopreneur, and there's a huge downfall if you don't know how to set things up. So I see a huge need for that show, and I'm very excited. And also, we're in the process of creating Charles's docu-branding show, where it's the story of the business owner and the story of the business. He's got quite a background from his family, immigrating here from Vietnam, and the whole leaky boat story. Everything is in it. So some exciting things are happening with that, and he always downplays everything. So I had to speak up, and I will do that for all of you, by the way. You know, when I see a need to jump in there and say something, I will do that. So as I learn more. Okay, so thank you, Charlie. Let's see. Now Barbara is next to Charlie. Okay, Barbara, you are up.
Hi. All right. Well, my name is Barbara Wainwright, and I am a master coach, and I founded Wainwright Global Institute of Professional Coaching and have trained over 6,000 coaches since 2006. And I have spent a season, well, actually did 2 seasons of a television show, and I'm looking forward to, and I did it as a co-host, and now I'm looking to do my own show. And so I'm back to revisit all the principles and things that I need to learn to make it a good one.
See there, you're a perfect example as well of downplaying. Now, Barbara's coaching is actually gets university accreditation, so people can go through her program and get university credits. And she actually teamed up with another student, and they have their show on Voice America TV. They were co-host on it. It's airing right now. And so Barbara is launching her own web TV show to support her coaches, and that's coming back in here. Barbara and I actually will be doing segments on our TV shows called Tech Talk, because Barbara's quite a techie. So we'll be doing some product demonstrations and answering some questions. So you'll be seeing a lot of Barbara as well. Let's see, who is then? We're going down. Okay, Nabi, you are up.
Okay, so I'm hoping that the audio problem's gone away.
It's gone. What?
Beautiful.
No, not yet.
I'll talk slowly. Okay, so I'm Nobby Kleiman. I live in Melbourne, Australia, and I'm the CEO of a company called Money Rules. And for 20 years, I was a financial planner, and I left that in 2006 when the fund went out of the industry. And took a couple of years off and came back and decided I still wanted to help people with managing their money. And the one question that was always coming back to me was one from women, which said, I don't want to know about financial planning, insurance, or investment. I just want to know, how do I manage my daily money? So I went off and developed a program called Money Rules. And what it does is show people how to eliminate their debt in less than half the time and create their wealth for their future just on their current income. So obviously I'm looking to develop a TV program and get out to the masses to promote that and actually address their questions around eliminating debt and creating wealth without going through the financial planning process, because it doesn't really help people unless they've got a lot of money. 80% of the population don't see financial planners, and it's because they don't believe that they have enough money, and yet they do. They just need to be shown how. So my goal is to help as many people as possible, and my main target audience is women. It's been defined down to a 47-year-old divorced with 2 teenage children, female, looking at her future. So that's all I do.
Well, no, that's not all you do. You do a lot more than that, don't you? So Nabi has created the software that makes it. You may want to mute yourself a little bit. Let's see, Nabi. Okay. So Nabi has created a software that actually just plug in and, it does the calculating for you, and zeroing in on women who are really managing their family finances for the most part. And so it's making a huge difference. And Nabi, as I'm talking, if you could pull up your books, I'm going to put you on full screen. So the very first book is Money Rules. Okay, that's the one, Money Rules, Want More Money, Honey? You've got some catchy titles. And so the other one, where's the Rich Girl, Poor Girl? And it's a nice one. I love that for a TV show. And there's a reason why I'm asking this, because we're going to be spend and grow rich. So we have some cool titles to be able to name the TV show. So part of what we're going to be doing is kind of having the audience members help us decide the name of the TV show for each one of our cast members. And of course, as an audience member, you're going to be able to ask questions, as well. So we have the lovely Tori Marie. You are on, and you're muted. No, you're muted. We can't hear you. Okay, so well, we'll give Tony a chance to get the audio together. And we also have, two other cast members that Aziza is supposed to be here with us right now. For some reason, she's not on, and we do expect her. Hopefully, she gets the email and joins us. And she will be getting up. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning for her because she's in Singapore. And so I'll let her, when she gets here, talk about herself. And we also have Rose Colombo. Rose Colombo, she is an advocate for the layperson for over 20, I think it's like 30 years. She's been helping people with any questions that they have to be their own advocate when it comes to law, and don't just trust your attorney and take everything for at face value, things like that. She has her own radio show for many years. She's had her own TV show on cable and everywhere else. So she's understanding the power of web TV. So she's going full on, going from a radio show to a web TV show. And again, like, Maria, some of you, you're getting opportunities to be on cable TV or on TV networks. And, the power of web TV is huge because you have a global audience and you can do it yourself, reach anybody you want, anytime you want. So being able to leverage web TV and growing your audience actually gives more of a leverage and have more producers coming after you for the bigger TV shows. Are you getting the power of this? You build your global audience, and then you can basically call the shots when it comes to you having a TV show on TV networks or cable TV networks, if you want it. If you want it. Okay, so Tony, are we on? No, still can't hear you. Okay, you may also want to just reboot. Sometimes that's what it takes. That's what we had to do with Marie. So we'll get back to you when we get back to you. Okay, we'll be looking for you. Okay. So what I'd like to do right now is now, do any of you? What time is it? We still have quite a lot of time. So and this, we don't have to stay on for the entire 90 minutes. So this is basically orientation. We want to be able to take this and begin the process of promotion and getting out there, getting the word out there. So what I'd like to do right now is talk about the title of the TV shows. And like, for example, Marie Diamond, it's a natural for her to want to use her name. So what's in the name of the TV show? Well, it's either going to attract people or it's going to confuse people. The more clear the name of the show is, the easier it's going to be for people to know what it is. So for example, Money Rules, or the Smarter Money TV show. So right there, it tells you what the show is about. And do any of you have a question about the name of your TV show that we can actually take it right to our audience and do a poll and have them give us some feedback? Anybody have a couple of shows?
I don't really have a show title in mind, but I would love some help. The show is going to be, I figure, about coaching and the difference that coaching makes. And so I want to have the word coach in it, I think, but I'm not sure where to go from there. I was thinking like there's Coach's Corner, Coach's Cafe, Coach Super Successful Coaching Stories, but I'm really not sure.
Okay. So part of yours, because I know how extensive your program is, I don't know that it's going to be the right time today to decide the name of your show, because you have so many things going on with yours. I think for you, we're going to have to wait until module 3 to decide what that is. Yeah. That's what I think. Yeah, no, seriously, because we would not do it justice right now. I think we need to go through the process of actually blueprinting your show, and then once we zero in on what's really going to be the essence of it, that's when the name will jump out at us. But it's anybody else? Charles, you're all set with the name of your show. You've already decided. You have the name for it. You have the domain name all set. Yes. Okay. Nabi, you're set with yours, right? Money rules.
Yes.
Okay, so you're set. Jules,
I have no idea what I'm going. I have no idea. The target market will definitely be audience. The audience will be entrepreneurs and change makers. But no, I don't really have an idea at this stage about the name of the show.
Okay, so I believe yours is also going to be appearing in Module 3 because you also have a lot going on, and we need to do some digging as well. Well, let's see. Tony is back. Hello, Tony.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. You have the platform.
I've been having fun and giggles with technology over here. My MacBook Air didn't like the Hangout and the fan started going, and so I was trying to move the computer away from the microphone and the camera so the fan didn't drown everything out. But anyway, I'm here now.
We're happy to have you. So tell us all about your fabulous self.
Okay, well, I'm a professional speaker and peak performance coach and founder of what I call the Synergy Zone. And entrepreneurs and people in positions of influence hire me to fast track their careers because most of them are sick and tired of feeling like they're trapped and alone driving 80 miles an hour in second gear. So I help them upshift and eliminate limited thinking, and I help them make more money with less struggle and strain.
Well said. So I do believe you have been working with that for quite some time, because I know you're working with successful CEOs of companies that so you have quite a nice successful group of people that you're working with. And so what is it that you want your TV show to be doing for you and also for the people that you're working with?
Well, I think the main thing is that I want to actually help people create more synergy in their lives. And my definition of synergy is 1 + 1 = 11. And what I mean by that is that oftentimes we just, we come at life from what I call the push mentality, where we're working really hard to get what we want. Oftentimes it's very head-based thinking, and we tend to kind of disconnect from our body wisdom and the ways in which we can actually create a life and a career and a business from a deeper level of knowing. And I think that it's very important that we have leaders and influential people in the world that are motivated from deeper priorities like compassion and long-term goals instead of short-term gain. And so I want to help interview other experts and people that know and understand the principles of how we work as creatures, so we can actually leverage that information to create success in a newly defined way.
Very nice. Well said. Okay. Well, I have no doubt the way you position your show and what you do is going to do just that, because I know as you were talking, I could see all the different basically modules and different episodes that would be within the show. So I'm very, very excited about that. So now actually I want to give all of you the platform. We're going to be working together for the next 12 weeks. So are there any questions about any of the modules? Some of you know my program quite well, and some of you know me and some of the things I've been doing. So are there any questions about how we're going to be working together and what's going to be happening. This is a reality TV show after all. So we want to be able to take it, say it like it is, take it like it is, and just make it all work together. And the questions that you would have, they would be some of the questions that our audience has. So we want to be very transparent and very much ourselves, and just ask and questions, and ask for help and give feedback as we go. And if somebody is saying something and you feel compelled that as we do, and we get all these great ideas when somebody's talking, when especially with a group of brilliant people like all of you are, that I know you are. So do any of you have a question about any of it? Any questions or any clarification? No. Well, okay. Okay, Tony, I see your hand moving, so you can unmute you.
Hi, yes, I actually, one of the things that I have been considering is I actually have a strategic alliance with a couple of other female coaches, one of whom lives in Costa Rica. And so we've already agreed that we're going to all meet in Costa Rica in January and literally film for 3 days, just our conversations, because as we started going into dialogue with each other, we realized that the things that we were talking about are things that are very important to not just us, but other people in the world. And so that's a slightly kind of different format, and it's unique because we have this kind of condensed time period. What would your recommendations be about potentially leveraging that as a show? Would we just record it all and then distribute it over time, or?
Well, first record it all, okay? And what I would suggest you do is sometimes when you're in the flow, when I'm doing masterminding, when I'm in the flow, if you break the flow, we lose some of the amazing downloads that we're getting. So first I'm going to say is that when you're in a flow, don't worry about it, but whenever you can, make sure you are doing them in chunks of time for the recording. The reason that's very important is that it's going to make it a lot easier in editing. And also, as you do each segment, make sure that you are writing notes at like specific points where you're going to be, there's something amazing happen. Because especially when you're recording for 2 or 3 days, there's going to be a lot of video content. And if you don't know where a particular segment is, in which video, at what minute, you will be so frustrated if you're looking for it yourself, and it will cost you a lot of money if you're having an editor go in there and look for it. So what happens inevitably is that, oh, you know what, it's just not worth my time, I don't know where it is, or no, I don't want to spend the money to have somebody else do it. So a lot of golden nuggets never get uncovered, like it's having all that gold underground and you just can't get to it. Mm-hmm. So make sure you prepare ahead of time. If you're going to meet with them, have somebody in a room who's taking notes when they hear something brilliant. I'm doing it. I'm going to be very transparent. I've asked Barbara, as we're sharing and we're doing masterminding, all of you are saying something amazing. I've asked her to actually write it in a time frame where it's going to be, because as you know, we're going to be taking excerpts from this and we're going to be turning them into Facebook ads. So I'm doing what I'm asking you to do. Have somebody take notes when something, let me see, I should go here. Okay. Have somebody take notes when something amazing is happening. That's one. And
I'm actually going to be taking my executive assistant with me, so we can do that. That's perfect.
Very good. So the other is, be very strategic if you can. Okay. Have an agenda. Have topics that you want to discuss, day 1, day 2, day 3, and be flexible, because if you're in a masterminding session, some amazing ideas come up. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. That's day 3. No, you don't want to break the flow. But at least if you have an agenda, you will be able to be on track and get what you're needing. And if you actually stay on track the way you want to, you have a reality TV series right there, depending on what the topic is. So you can actually take it, and if it's 10 hours, edit the 10 hours into maybe 5 hours, because you're not going to want to use all 10 hours. Like,
Right.
for example, my intention is like taking a 90-minute training segments and turning them into a 30-minute TV show, because people will watch 30-minute TV shows where they're not going to sit there for 90 minutes. So we'll cover a lot of this down the road, but yes, take it and make sure you need to start thinking like a producer. This is what a producer does. They're looking at it, the big picture. What is it that I'm looking to produce? And what are the different segments that are going to be within it? And who are the people that are going to be within the segments? You basically are going to be outlining your cast, like the people that are going to be there. You already know who they are, and give responsibilities to each one. So they'll be a part of it. And actually, what you may also want to do, very helpful, when I'm doing mastermind sessions with people, especially like VIP, I like to have somebody else take notes when specific things that come up, and make suggestions as well. When we go for a break, they can actually make suggestions. This is a really good idea. Let's dive in a little bit deeper without breaking the flow of what you're talking about. Now, if you're filming this, the reason you don't want to break the flow, again, then you're going to be stopping for editing. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the whole idea is to plan ahead so you do minimal editing, but have somebody take notes and suggestions, and you can go back and add additional segments and dive in deeper on certain segments. You'd be amazed at what comes up. You can have like probably weeks of content just from that.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, and if I could just add to that, when we were producing our television show for Voice America TV, I created a schedule that was down to the minute of what was going to happen, because we had the studio for 5 hours, and in 5 hours we could produce 5 half-hour shows. The only way we could make that happen is if we had everything to the minute. We had everybody instructed to get there to the studio an hour early. They would wait until their time, but they'd be there, they'd be ready to go when they got on. And so I would recommend, just like Anne said, having an agenda, but you probably want to break your agenda down into half-an-hour segments so that you can turn around and edit it and have a half-an-hour show. And probably remember that you need maybe 25 minutes worth of recorded video so that you can add a trailer and a header and some transition time in between. So yeah, how exciting.
Yeah, good to go to a different place in the world too.
Yeah, no, it's very exciting. Now, I just want to make sure, Tony, that you're clear on this. What Barbara is talking about is actually producing 30-minute TV shows. What you were talking about, if I understand it correctly, you're going to be in a mastermind session and just want to record it because there will be some golden nuggets there. So in a situation like that, you want to be a little bit you want to be more loose with your time frame. So this way you're not breaking the concentration or the flow of things. So you'll know what to do. You'll know what to do. Yeah, somebody?
Yeah, I've got a question. And it's about post-production work. How much kind of post-production will be your show?
I'm sorry, Julian, you were breaking up. Please repeat.
Yeah, so my question, if you can hear me now, is about production and post-production. How much time do we need to allow for the editing? How long would a show be? And then do we edit it down?
Okay, so a typical show, you want to have it about 28 minutes. So because then if you're going to be offering your show to be broadcast different places, like for example, I want it on my GVN TV network, I want to have time in there for the ads and sponsorship that I will be bringing in. And depending on the networks you're going to go to, they will want anywhere from 1.5 minutes to like 4 or 5 minutes for their commercial. So be very conscious of where you want to take it. But I say if you limit your content to 28 minutes, and that includes your commercials. And as we go through the process, I will explain We're not really doing commercials. The way my suggestion is to do 30-second video tips from experts who would be sponsors. And you'll see how all of this fits in. So everything is content rich. But plan on having your show about 28 minutes. Now, one of the things you're going to be learning in Module 7 is how to produce your show. Actually, that's one of the things that I love about XSplit, because if it's planned properly, you can literally click on the open where just the music plays, the audio plays, and the video, where you open it and you go right into talking about, who you are, what the show is, welcoming your people, and then you can literally within that program it so you're playing pre-recorded videos or put the PowerPoint in there. So the power of this is that you can literally produce the entire show by yourself. Literally eliminate editors if you want to. Now it's going to take some doing. You have to get comfortable knowing how to use the tools to get there. But if you really take the time and learn how to use XSplit and naturally click through and with the training, I will show you how I have set mine up where certain buttons are in certain places, so I don't have to think about what's there, because the same thing is there. I just click on it, I know what's going to come up, so it doesn't break. The show host, that takes a different mindset than a producer. So you want to be able to know how to function. I think we just lost Jules. Well, anyways, he'll watch the replay. So, but anyways, you will be learning that in Module 7. So what that will do is that it will minimize the editing cost. And as far as editing cost, it all depends. It's you can get editors for $25 an hour. You can get them for $50 an hour, $100 an hour, depending on how good they are. Sometimes it's worth it to pay more and have somebody do the work faster. But this is something we will cover in Module 7. Okay. So Jules, I just gave the most amazing content, and you just missed it. There you go. Okay.
Yes, I left the room.
But no, basically, the bottom line is that you will know how to use tools effectively, so it will minimize the cost of editing. And
Right.
as you go, you can literally, you can actually do it yourself, because the editing software is now getting easier and easier. If you can select, delete, save, you can actually do editing yourself. So depending on how fancy you want to get.
And another question: what sort of budget do we need to set this up? I mean, XSplit, and what other kind of add-ons do we need, and what sort of budget should we be thinking about?
Well, you can get started. I mean, Jules, you have seen when we did the interview, just the XSplit lights and backdrop under $300, including the webcam. You're good to go. You can start with that. Yeah, you can start with that. You can do the things that I've been doing with that. And of course, you can always get fancier. You can spend tens of thousands of dollars, but let's get started with you creating the video, creating the content, and then you can move on to higher quality, tools and resources as we go.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Anybody else have a question? Nobody else has a question? Okay.
I've got another one then.
Okay, the floor is yours, Jules.
It's about the monetizing of this. I'm kind of keen to hear a couple of those strategies, if that's possible.
You want to hear monetizing strategies?
Yeah.
Now? Okay.
How do we actually how do we take this out there and monetize it? Okay,
well, as far as the monetization aspect of it, this is like we're talking about 6-8 weeks out, okay? But one of the ways that you're going to be learning that's very powerful is what I call the co-op marketing. This is when you team up with a group of other experts who are looking to connect with the same audience. And together you can actually chip in. Together you can promote. Together you can grow your list and create content at the same time. Now, the same packages, the same things you will be doing with and for your co-op marketing collaborative, that's what I call it, the same packages you can actually offer as sponsorship packages. So, and you will have examples of that within, when we create this. So what happens is that when you first start the show, if you just go up to people and say, hey, give me some money, sponsor my show, the first thing they're going to say is, well, okay, how many viewers do you have? And you're going to say, well, I'm just starting the show. You're going to say, well, come back to me when you have the viewers. So that's not, sponsorship is not going to work very well right at the beginning. Now, if you have people that you're working with who know and love you, as I know you do, because because of what you're doing, you can actually get investors for your show immediately. And we will talk about that as far as the strategies you put together. One of the things we will be taking a look at are the three different ones, what I call
Thank you.
Yeah. So there will be a lot of strategies in there where you can begin monetization, but it has to be in stages, and you have to approach the right person with the right offer. And just like any kind of investment, when you're asking people to invest, you need to have a plan as to what you're going to be doing, who you're going to be reaching, how you're going to be making money, and you will have that. You will have that, so you'll be able to sit down with people and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is how many leads I'm going to get. And this is where it's going to go. Do you want to do it together? You're going to have that, the verbiage for that as well, because you're going to have your plan together, and you'll know who to approach. Now, how much money you want to make, it's totally up to you. What you want to ask for, of course, you'll have some guidance here, but depending on who you want to approach, you can offer $500 sponsorship packages. You can offer $5,000 sponsorship packages, and everything in between. Even when you're first starting, it all depends on what you're willing to do for them. Does that help? I mean, I can't really give numbers but that's until you go through the process where you decide what what exactly you're going to be putting in your show. That's going to make it easier to decide who to approach, because especially with sponsorship packages, you have like in-kind sponsorship. I know that some people are getting all their travel paid for. They're getting limousines. They're getting maid services. They're getting jewelry for in-kind sponsorship because they're talking about it on their TV show. So there's all kinds of ways of monetizing. You can get all kinds of business services because they're sponsoring your show. So there are all kinds of ways of actually monetizing without even having the cash dollars when you're starting out, and doing a combination of. So I hope that makes you feel a little bit more like,
Great.
okay, this is
Thank
coming,
you.
but yeah, you're welcome. Anybody else have a question? Tony, did you raise your hand?
I do. Yes, I did. I want to know how to get the cool little bottom third that, like, what Barbara has.
Oh, well, that actually happens in Google Hangout. What you do is, actually all of you can do that. Here's what you do. We're going to walk through it now. Go to the corner, hover over to the left of your screen. When you do that, a little drawer is going to basically put up a little slider. Do you see that? If you hover over to the left of it, all of you are muted, so I can't hear you. Nod. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So one of them, if it's not showing up, you're looking for the Hangout toolbox. It's probably not showing up there. But if you look at the bottom, there's like ... If you click on that, it's going to show you apps and tools you can add to it. When you click on that, look for the Hangout toolbox. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. Hold on a second. I will do that. Let me just go. Because one of the things you can actually do with Hangout is share your screen. Okay, I'm going to... That's not what I wanted to share. Hold on a second. This is not looking so good. Let's see if I can make it better. Uh-oh, no. We have infinity going on. Okay, now I don't know if you can see this, but can you see my cursor right on the corner over here? Okay, at the bottom is a dot, dot, dot. No, this is no good. Let me stop sharing. I will just describe it to you. Okay, you saw where it was. Just click on a dot, 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 and you can see all kinds of apps and things. Look for the toolbox, Hangout toolbox. And within that, it says lower third. You can actually click on it. Does everybody have it? Okay. Anybody else need help with it?
I've made it to the Hangout toolbox, and I've put in the information and switched lower third on. And named it and saved it, but it doesn't seem to be showing up.
Well, you need to turn lower third on. You need to turn it.
It's on.
Yeah.
It's switched on. I did that.
But there's two buttons. I can't see what you're looking at right now. You know what? Let me just hold on. I'll open my Hangout toolbox so I can describe you the buttons to you. And by the way, with the Hangout, you can have your own special. Let's see. Okay, if you click on the one with the looks like a person within the circle, the very left one. Okay, then there is you have custom overlay. Oh, you know what? I'm in a different Hangout. In this one, I don't have it. Next time I will show you, because in my other Hangout account, I actually have the lower thirds especially designed. You can have very, very fancy lower thirds. Okay. No, I'm not going to open it up right now. But do you, because I don't see your lower thirds still.
No, I know, and I just experimented with the custom one that didn't show up either.
Okay, then we can work on it. Maybe I'll just take a video and show it to you.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Yeah, I switched lower third on. It just still isn't showing up.
Yeah, we need to put in information as to who you are.
Yeah, no, I did that.
Okay. Well,
there's a slider that you have to slide to the right that says on and off. Do you see the on and off?
Yeah, I've done that. I've done it several times. It's on at the moment.
Okay. And you've typed your name in there?
Yeah.
And you selected a color?
Yep.
Okay, we'll do a separate special training on that, and then we'll do screen capture. Okay, so let's see. We've been at it for about an hour now, and I don't know that there is a need to actually stay on the full 90 minutes. Today we're just getting to know each other, and I know it's quite late for Marie there, and if nobody else has a question or a comment, that is something that we need to do right now, I'd say let's ease into this. And tomorrow, well, no, not tomorrow, in 2 days, I will be sending out the training for Module 1. It's all about identifying basically what persona you want to take on. You know, and what does it take as far as the reporter persona, the commentator, the critic, and all that, and how all of them work. We're going to be doing a training on that, and as well as in that particular module, Emma Tibbins, she's a relational marketer expert. There is a special training in there where she talks about the 6 elements of branding, your online branding. That's also the bonus training. By the way, here's something else. As part of the family here, the GVN TV Access to Experts Turn Your Show into Cash family, if you're an expert and your particular expertise it fits within one of the modules, we will be putting your information there as added, bonus training. And in this case, Emma Tibbins is a student, and she's actually out there doing some great things already, traveling the world and hosting shows and being interviewed globally. Her specialty, like I said, she's a social media expert, branding expert. So there's additional bonus training in there in that module. Now, the thing to keep in mind is that there is training that's from me in each module, and that's the priority. And I have intentionally kept the trainings to be anywhere from maybe 30 minutes to maybe 3 hours the most. So we're easing into it. The very first one, you basically need to watch a 20-minute video and jot down and make decisions as you go. So the entire program is designed for the busy professional, because that's who we work with. The speakers, authors, coaches, and consultants who are successful, they're out there doing things, and we want to be able to support, not add more onto what they already have. And one of my gifts is to be able to distill things to their essence. So they're very powerful. It may be taking you not a very long time to do something, but the essence is there, and it will make huge shifts. So the priority is for you to do the homework that's being taught by me. And even in that module, I've even taken what Emma is teaching, and I have actually showed you how I applied it for me and how it relates to what we're doing. So it's really worthwhile to watch it and jot down what you're doing. So that the homework will be in your box on this Thursday. And those of you who have been a part of the program for quite some time, you have lifetime access to it. You already have access to module 1, and you already have access to all of the modules. What's going to be happening now is I'm going to be replacing a lot of the videos that are there. Technology that being better, the video quality will be better, and some of the training that we're doing has shifted. I'm including some additional training. So I'm updating the modules as we go. Just because you have it from before, don't assume you know what's there. Use it, go there, follow along, do your homework, and really you'll be surprised what's happening, because quite frankly, technology and what's happening with the web TV world has shifted so much in the last 2 years. You'll be surprised at what's available at your fingertips. I want you to start thinking of it from a different perspective. Some of the things you didn't know a year ago because they just weren't available, or your mindset wasn't quite there a year ago to see yourself doing maybe certain kinds of interviews and going out there and doing the commentaries and things like that. So do the homework as if you are just starting to do it now. And those of you who are just starting with us, even better, jump in there with a fresh mind and keep an open mind, because it really is TV. It's web TV, but it's really TV, the most powerful platform. It's so powerful that even television networks are doing a lot of their promotions online. They're putting their TV network. We have NBC, CBS, all of them. They're online. You can go there, watch all their episodes online. That's how powerful it is. You are toe-to-toe against the most amazing, powerful TV networks, and you have the most amazing, powerful tools for yourself as well. So we're going to be leveraging all of that. So do your homework, play full out, and watch what happens, because we're part of a bigger community, and so we're going to be supporting each other and marketing together and promoting together, and do interact, post questions and comments and spread the word. So next week, we're starting the live, invite your friends to watch the live 90 minutes. It will be up for 24 hours. After that, it will be moved to our members area, where you will have access to, and others will have an opportunity to become a member. So, okay, other than that, I don't know if there's anything else I want to add. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is season 4 of Turn Your Show into Cash, and I'm very, very, very excited to be here with you, and I'm honored to have these amazing cast members play along with us, and together we're going to make a huge global impact and make a difference globally. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Anne. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Thank you all.